A man at the subway station was shocked to discover that every person in the train car had an X floating above their head. Something felt terribly wrong to him. He believed this train was headed for disaster. As the train was about to reach the station, he shouted for everyone to get off quickly. But everyone thought he was a lunatic. It turned out that just a few days earlier, an X had suddenly appeared above Jack's head. No amount of washing could remove it. He called his wife to take a look, but she claimed she couldn't see anything. Suspecting his wife was playing a prank on him, he covered his forehead and went to work. But his colleagues also said they saw nothing. This was too strange. Why was he the only one who could see it? You'll never guess what this X really represents until the very end. Jack went to the bathroom to look in the mirror and discovered the X had grown darker. After returning home from work, he asked his daughter if there was an X on his forehead, but she also said no. His wife, worried that Jack was having mental problems, urged him to get checked at the hospital. The next day, Jack went to the hospital for a head examination. The test results showed everything was normal, yet Jack insisted there was an X on his forehead. The doctor was at a loss and could only prescribe some sedatives. Jack left the hospital feeling disappointed. While taking the elevator, he suddenly noticed the man across from him also had an X above his head. The other man could see Jack's X as well. Both were extremely excited, as if they had found long-lost relatives. They sat together, eating and talking. The man told him that the X above their heads represented death, meaning their lives were about to end. The X could only be seen by oneself or by others who were similarly close to death. Jack was terrified. He couldn't believe what the man was saying. The next day, while watching TV, he saw news of a writer who had died from illness. They broadcast the writer's final words, and this writer had an X above his head. Hearing this, Jack was petrified. Could what that man said last night be true? He quickly called the man, only to learn that the man had died at home the night before. Jack was both shocked and frightened. To uncover the mystery of the X, he attended the man's funeral. Looking at the deceased man before him, the X above his head had also disappeared. Now he was certain the X above one's head was indeed an omen of death. On his way home by subway, Jack discovered that every passenger in the entire car had a clear X printed above their heads. Out on the street, everyone around him was the same. Jack was so terrified he didn't know what to do, knowing only that something catastrophic was about to happen. Suddenly remembering his wife and daughter at home, Jack rushed back. He urgently told his wife to pack and leave immediately. But horrifyingly, both his wife and daughter now had the ominous X above their heads. At that moment, the TV was broadcasting news. The anchor had an X above his head too, and even the national leaders were no exception. It turned out a plague had broken out across the country. This plague had a high fatality rate and spread rapidly. Jack finally understood. The X represented this.